Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. We're using the Fire Fantasy mod. It's episode number 2 in the series. We just finished our opening race of the season. We've got the weakest team in the grid. We are predicted to come in last place. There are 2 modded teams on here. If you didn't see the first episode, make sure you go back and watch that so you can get an idea of where we're at, where we're coming from. And as the worst team, the 12th team, the second of the 2 additional teams, well, we're supposed to come in last. That's 23rd, 24th. There were quite a few DNFs, but we also beat quite a few cars out on track, and we managed, 14th for our top car, and we could have had 14, 15, but we split strategies late on in the rain, trying something to see if it maybe would pay off. It didn't. It did for a little bit. It was working, but then we quickly dropped back. But we still ended up like 14th and 17th. So, really good race. Really, really good opening race. However, the rain was a factor. So many DNFs was a factor. Can we reproduce that? I don't know. It's definitely going to take more. We've got to improve this car. We started with a suspension build. It's already come out, and we added 20 to the level. Can we get more out of it, though? Not really. Not without getting into the risk zone. Jeez. The rear wing's already pretty good. Front wing, downforce is nice. That would be big. Okay, let's go that direction. What can we get? Max or immediate? Well, this is worth more. Let's take it. And we can at least get 45 on a second iteration. I'm curious now. I'm going to check the others and see. Oh, gosh, it's just garbage. There's 35. Yeah, there's 35 more. So that's 45 we can get from here on the brakes. The engine. Okay, we got a plus 20. We have fuel efficiency. There's a plus 30. That's plus 50. Third iteration could get us to plus 75. I like that. And no risk level. We will go there soon. However, I've already put some time and effort. So we'll take this. You know what? We're going to go the opposite way. I'm going to take the plus 20. Do that first. Because there's going to be a second one. The second one's going to give us this. And that'll end up being the one to go on the first car. Alright, new sponsors popping up. Let's see what they offer. Garbage. Total garbage. That is a terrible offer. We're going to wait a week again. Stoffel's birthday already. Man, we just started the season. You're already... Who wants 100,000 for their birthday? I do. Me? Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Alright, car repair finished. Now we can finally get in here and work on some parts. You're going to be done very quickly. We'll finish that off. We do have a new suspension. And you know what? Those engines, they can stop right there. Let's focus on this guy. And we want to get him improved as much as possible. That's good. That'll have a good average, and it'll be nearly maxed out. Wow, that was fast. Hello, front wing. Scouting department, we'll grab one more. Not even bothering to look at this point. Dubai coming up, 63 lap race. Front wing ready to go. And we're going to make a second one. That's locked. We won't see it. We could take just the qualifying one or the red zone. I don't want the risk, even though that's a plus 50. Dang. So this will be the last one we put on, at least for the short term, for the front wing, just the two. Okay, there were messages. Loads of messages. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, Academy drivers. Okay. For sure. Jack Aitken. Latifi. Leclerc. Oof. Academy driver. That's going to make him even better. Kari. Mick Schumacher. Ricky Collard. Yeah, no. Upmere. And we get back in there. So, already finished the second wing? Yes, we did. That was fast. Let's see. It was the engine that could see significant improvement, right? With 3 builds. 3 builds is going to be expensive, but we can do it. Okay, that's already serviceable. That's good. But now we need to get our 2 front wings to be serviceable, so we can turn that off. Get those guys going. We'll get them up into a safe zone real quick. Look at that already. Coming along. Pit crew's better than it was. Sponsors are better than it was. Staff we might do something about soon, but not right now. Not right now. Headquarters, we've got 1 upgrade on the way. That's going to take a while. I think mostly next season is where I'll look into that. Car is the big one we're focusing on right now. So if we can get it just that little bit more, if we can get it up into like Alfa Romeo range before the end of the season, we'll be scoring points. All right, normal allocation. What was it? 63 laps. Almost forgot to put the new parts on. That was close. These guys are identical. Vern is slightly faster. I haven't really looked closely at what their attributes are, but Vern is a slightly better driver than Van Dorn in direct comparison. Ooh, see, just like that, he's already estimated race position is 22nd, meaning that car has moved above somebody's. I would imagine that would be Felipe Massa's car, the Alpine. Okay, so second race on the calendar, and like I said, we're already seeing an improvement. We're no longer the 2 slowest cars were just the slowest and third slowest car. Making progress. Making definite progress. Okay, it should be dry throughout. Looks like they've got me on a split strategy here. 63 laps was the primer. How are we looking on that? That would be a bit shy on a two-stopper for the Ultras because we're probably only going to get about 19 to 20 laps. That could get about 32 laps. Be a stretch. 32 and 31 laps on the Super Softs. Maybe we get lapped once, so maybe it's 31 and 31. We could probably pull off a 31 and 31. I would imagine they could stretch that far. So Super Softs it is on a one-stopper. If we get a chance, we'll try to get something on the Ultras after the fact just to give us a little edge in qualifying, but qualifying doesn't mean much. Unlike in real life, passing could be challenging. In game, yeah, there's a definite difference between starting first and last, but those last few spots down the order, yeah, not a very big deal, whether you get those or not. All right, here we go. Race trim, good. Race trim's what I want. I want the full race trim bonus because, like I was just stating, qualifying, not such a big deal. Short lap. We are not on the long circuit, are we? Oh, nice. Okay, Vern's much closer. Okay, everything's looking good. We are already close. 95% for Vern. .96 here. Even better. Let both cars run a hot lap before we bring them back in this time. Very quickly. Now they have time, so now we can bring them back in. Okay, so we lost a couple percentage points. We got the downforce right. Handling needs to go back the other way. you're still going to just go out because we are not there yet. And we go backwards here as well. So we needed to go back to the left, apparently. The right on the downforce, so a little bit lower. Meanwhile, how we look at here? That's good. This I'm not so sure about, though. Go the other way? Probably. Again, with neither car is quite set. Bring them back in this time. Ooh, hello, race trim level 3 already. Did not expect that. Good timing on that one, I guess. Chance to make changes and get the setup right, and we're still not quite nailing that down, are we? It's still 93%. Okay, handling's going the right direction. Speed balance is going the wrong direction. Minor, but that is a difference. Speed balance will make a big difference. And we're going to go qualifying trim. And on to the ultras. There we go. We got Van Dorn down. 99%. Okay, so Van Dorn, we're going to let him run as long as possible. Vern, we're just going to attack one lap with Vern. See how much pace he could actually push out when he pushes. Because then he's going to pit on the next lap. 21st, full-on attack mode is only good enough for 21st for Van Dorn, for Vern. 7 minutes to go. Wow, still only 97%. I feel like there's more to be had from that. So we're going to try this. If it fails, we go right back to that one. Okay, level 2 bonus. Not sure we're going to be able to get to level 3 here in the last couple minutes. There's a small maybe on this one. Small chance. 1 minute to go. Vern already started a new lap. He'll be coming in this time. Van Dorn started a new lap. That's good. That gives us a chance. Level 3. Nice. Got it. Vern all purple now. So, I think that might have panned out. Hamilton fastest in practice. We were not slowest in practice. And while it took a while, we got the setup nailed down. And while it also took to the last moment, we got our triple bonus for both qualifying and the race. And that's huge. like that. Let's see, 99. And 99. Got them both nailed. Alright, now I want to make this quick, but we will take qualifying for this one. Track grip should be going up. Yes, it is. Track grip not improving as rapidly as it should. Really not improving at all. Grip is very low. Down to 5 minutes already, and we have no lap time, and there's still no grip. I'm not sure what's going on with the weather, but there is no grip out there, so we need to just go put in a time. Let's get Van Dorn going and set him up. It's a short lap. We might be able to squeeze in 2 tries here. Where am I? Okay. We're at speed around, and now accelerate out, and slow down, and then we're going to accelerate out of this, get those tire temps up, kind of neutral through the chicane. Oh, come on, brakes, you shouldn't be that hot. Maybe that's the problem. Temperatures, crazy high. Tire temp's perfect, brake temp's way too hot. Still no grip. It's gotta be temperature. Yeah, that brake zone right before the end just shoots those brake temps up. It's a hard left-hander there. Basically a 90-degree coming out of a long straight. Difficult zone. Van Dorn, 0.8 off the pace. That's slow. Final minute of the session, so we're not going to get back out there for another lap. This is going to be it. And Vern, half a second better than Van Dorn, but still 0.3 off the back, so we are slow, but tolerably slow. You saw my previous series, you know how slow is. As we tried to create a team with this mod, and they had us minutes behind everybody else, many laps down when the season started, and I celebrated like crazy when we finally had a race where we finished on the same lap as Robert Kubica, the car in front of us. And it was sad. It was definitely more sad than anything. As time rolls in, it's the Alpha that are on the back end of the pack there, and Norris struggling a bit. He does squeeze himself ahead of the Toro Rossos, but all of those guys are eliminated along with Magnussen. Hamilton fastest. And now, Q3. Still no grip, so whatever's going on with the weather is causing this track. It's got to be extreme heat or something. It's just not providing any grip whatsoever. But Hamilton on pole, small margin over Vettel, Bottas, Leclerc. So the Mercedes and the Ferrari splitting each other. Verstappen and Gasly. And then Ricciardo, best of the rest. This mod has Ricciardo very, very highly rated as a driver compared to most of the other drivers. And so Ricciardo will consistently fit somewhere between the top 3 teams and everybody else. And usually he'll be quite a margin ahead of the rest of the pack. Decent car to begin with, the Renault, one that is often fighting for best of the rest, though they haven't had the best of seasons, but admittedly. Not the Ultras, we are going to go with the Supers. Going for the one-stopper. Make sure I got that right. Super, yes. Super! Let's go racing. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, round 2. Tire choices. A lot of guys on the mediums, they are wasting their time. Alonso on the ultras. Advantage us. 5 red lights. Let's go racing. Great start by Van Dorn. What a job off the line, but he checks up behind the Alpine. Has a look to the inside, and he'll make a move and get around Massa. He's also having a look to the inside of Russell. Completes that move. Also ahead of Giovinazzi, and there's some more. He's 3 wide to the inside. He gets one of them. That's Alonso this time. Up to P18. Alonso having a look back the other way, though. The ultimate gearbox and engine disadvantage coming into play on that one. As we quickly start sliding backwards. I'm going to go a little bit quicker here, times 4 speed for now. The field is still very tightly packed at the moment, and Vern has made a move himself to get up behind his teammate. Currently battling for 22nd. Don't care for this battle too much though, as it's costing us time in the long term. And Van Dorn and Vern have come together. So, from the radio message by Vern, apparently it is Van Dorn who has collided, and we are right by pit road, and you need to pit right now. Fix the part. Yay. Your race is done just like that. But we're going to try to get out there in 16 seconds. No pit stop. It's only... no tire change. It's only lap 3. But you're going to run neutral for a while. Van Dorn, last place. At least there was no penalty involved. Bottas, speaking of, under investigation. And let's go ahead and get up there with Fern, Stroll, Bottas, both problems pitting. Fern is 19th, still very much in it. Get him to back off as well. Really? We're overheating? Even though you're on neutral? Okay, go conserve. Go conserve. Cool those tires down. They've got to make it a long, long time. About 31 laps is the expected run. Hamilton's in the lead of the race. He's already 9 seconds clear. And look who is in P2. Romain Grosjean in P2. Sebastian Vettel with a problem up in P3, and very, very tire, so he's definitely had a collision with somebody. I would imagine that it was Bottas that'll come out the better of the two. Sainz in fourth also has a problem. Could have been him. Verstappen in P5. Perez is P6. Leclerc behind him in P7. George Russell is got a drive-through penalty. Ricciardo, P8. Lando Norris is P9. Hulkenberg is now up to P9 as we see multiple pit stops. Russell, Sainz, Bottas all in. Verne is now up to P17. You see even running on conserve for a long time, 3-4 laps, is only just keeping the tires cool enough. So it looks like we're going to spend most of the race on conserve, occasionally going neutral. Vettel pitting to fix his problem. Van Doren is out of last, but remember he lost all that time because of the collision between the teammates. 10 laps in already. Hamilton's gap is increasing rapidly, 13 over Grosjean, 18 over Verstappen. Hamilton looks like he could cruise home as long as he can keep a clean race. Cruise home to victory. Fuel load just now leveling off in a happy zone. Van Doren, I think he's going to get lapped before too long. And we'll speed things up for a little bit. Right now, P18, P23. I could use a couple DNFs to move up the order a little bit. And Van Doren has been passed by Sainz. He's now in last place. And he just got lapped. So let's turn him up on high for a while. That's heating the tires back up, it looks like. Nah, they're holding level, I think. Lap 19. Hamilton almost a half minute ahead, but we're going to see those leaders pitting in here in just a moment. In fact, Hamilton just pit now. And Perez pits as well. Hamilton comes out still in the race lead, 23 seconds clear of Lando Norris, who has not pit. Lap 23, tires doing their job. Looks like they're going to have no problem going 31 laps. Hamilton, fresh ultras, goes fastest. He's got no problem running on ultras, as he knows he's got enough pace to afford extra pit stops. Verne sets his personal best. Okay, let's go conserve again. And let's go back to neutral. Lap 28. Verne just got lapped. So we can turn that on now. Put him back up there. Van Doren just went back down to last place. Got ahead of somebody after a pit stop. Lap 30. Lap 31. Was Russell, who just got around Van Doren a little bit ago. He's already 4 seconds down from him. Normal pit stop. Let's take that risk factor down a bit. Verne into the pits, and it's a good stop, mistake free. Put Put you neutral there for a little bit. Van Dorn's still good to go for now. And push. Okay, pit this next lap. Boy, that suspension is looking pretty shabby after the previous problem. Try to run on it. He's already in last place. Don't want him to drop too much further back. Good stop, no problems. Van Dorn just got lapped a second time. Vern is running in 21st. And Hamilton still well ahead. Perez pit finally, but did he put on used Ultras? Ignore. I think Van Dorn's going to take a late pit stop to fix his car, though. Save us a day of work after the race. Fix it before the end of the race. Basically treat it like an early retirement. Free change of parts sort of thing. About 45. Vettel has moved up into P2. Ricciardo is P3, but he's going to pit soon. Leclerc, Verstappen, and then Perez now down to P6 after his second stop of the day. Yeah, suspension condition. I gotcha. Go neutral. You can go neutral as well. We will pit fairly soon. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pit. We're going to put on Ultras. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that and that. We'll leave the others, but this is going to shorten significantly our post-race repair time. Van Dorn, he's going to be here a little while. Oh, and they make a mistake. Pit crew's garbage right now. 10 seconds there. Still in last place. Eight laps to go. Vern was just lapped. So Hamilton now with a commanding 47-second lead. Bottas in third, with Vettel sandwiched in between, just like the race started. Leclerc in fourth, Verstappen fifth, so no change to the top five. Gasly doing what Gasly does best, fighting in the midfield instead of in the top six, which is why in real life he was just replaced by Alexander Albon. If you haven't heard that news, yep, that's true. Speaking of, Albon just spun. Perez and I think Magnussen just crashed into each other. Those two like crashing into people. Though I'd say Magnussen's teammate likes crashing into people a little bit more than either of them. And hello. Why don't you attack since you're on used? Yeah, tires overheated. Gotcha. Final lap of the race. We're going to be, looks like P19. Vern just a couple seconds ahead of Alonso. Alonso on very used Ultras. Struggled to get the end, especially as we push here. There you go. Hamilton wins. A minute clear of Vettel, Bottas, Leclerc, Verstappen, Grosjean. Fantastic finish. Fantastic race in sixth. Ricardo Gasly gets back up into P8, so it makes a little bit of progress there. But again, that's still battling the midfield and a Red Bull. It's a decent race, all things considered. There was never much grip out there. There was no rain to help me get some sort of special strategy. We made a one-stop work with Vern that nobody else pulled off other than Raikkonen. So that was nice, and it did ultimately pay off. We got ahead of Alonso. We got ahead of Perez. That is the same Perez who was running P2 for a good while there. He ends up in 21st. So the field was fairly compact. Russell, 22nd. Massa, 23rd. Van Dorn, 2 laps down, but a lot of that was that extra pit stop 11 laps before the end. Vern was 1 lap down, but not by much. Ooh, no. 2 laps down. Everybody else was 1 lap down. Hamilton, Vettel, and Bottas. The only cars on the lead lap. Leclerc was lapped, not by Vettel, but by Hamilton. No points, but not last. Look at all those penalties. No DNFs, though. None. Van Dorn had to drive through after colliding with a teammate. It was not helpful. 10-second penalty for Perez, dropping him further back than he even was. Definitely not the best race we'll have this season. Alpine moves ahead of us in the standings. We're still ahead of Toro Rosso, so that's good. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.